Doris, mute yourself.
Yes. So hello everyone. This is our first call officially. We are uniting two groups, two teams, two amazing teams together tonight for a very special call. Honestly, these two topics are going to be extremely important in terms of your business. And I highly recommend that if you have pen and paper, take notes because there's going to be a lot of value in this call that you can take advantage from. And the reason why we decided to do this unite these two teams is for that specific reason, because the more we support each other, the bigger the success for all of us. Because at the end of the day, we all are a team. We all come from the same place and everything benefits everybody. Okay? So with no further ado, I want to first go into today's the first of the month on top of everything. So it's a perfect call to start off your month right and to get it, pumped and excited about what's coming. So as I don't know if all of you know this, but let's talk about promotions. The promotions for this month are the 21 Day Fix. Both 21 Day Fixes, the stream, hell yeah. The extreme and regular and the one in Spanish as well. They all on sale again back to $140. And also we have the Body Beast program. But the cool thing about Body Beast is back down to I'm sorry. I want to also say that the refresh, the one that comes with the refresh, which is the Kickstart, that one is for $180, as every single challenge pack that we know that every time they go down, they always go to $180. And then we have the Body Beast. The cool thing about getting the Body Beast this month is that it comes also with the sample for the Beachbody Performance. So that costs around $20. Pretty much costs a little bit more when you pay with tax and all that stuff. So that comes included in the challenge pack for the Body Beast this month, which is a pretty great deal. And if you have not tried the performance line, is a great way. I have done Body Beast, so I really like the program. $140, no brainer. With that, with the sample, come on, it's really, really a great deal. So those are the promotions. And for Success Club earners, we have an amazing price this month. It's going to be let me read it because obviously I'm not going to retain all of that. It's going to be exclusive access to a private Finding Your Leverage for Massive Growth webcast with Darren Hardy, the man that started all in our personal development in our business. So if you're really looking to grow your business, I always say, Success Club is non-negotiable. And more when you know that you're going to get these kind of rewards that are going to help you tremendously in growing your business. So those are the promotions. That's what's going on. And now let's get to what everybody's been waiting for, the call. So we decided to name this call Creating a Faithful System. Why? Because Elisa will share. Elisa is a Success Club rock star. Elisa has been on Success Club 10 and above for the entire year. Elisa started her business. She's actually my coach, one of my first coaches, by the way. Elisa is a diamond coach and started her business back in April, May, between there. And she started just, taking a leap of faith like most of us here, without knowing this was going to work for her. She just started doing and sharing and things like that. People started following her. And little by little, she started growing her social media to the way it is today. That has led her, besides, the system that she's going to share, to Success Club 10 and above every month. But like today, I just announced that she was a Success Club 20. And not just I usually announce her main accounts, but she also holds her mother's account under her. So on that account, she also had 8 more points. So that means that for the entire month, she was able to help 14 people. Okay. So this is something that happens consistently on monthly basis. She always gets her mom's account to at least go to Success Club 5, and hers always 10 and above. So this is the reason why she's so successful, because she has created a system that works and stick to it on monthly basis. So with no further ado, I'm going to introduce my super amazing success partner, Rockstar, my pain in the behind, my, go-to for everything, my love, Elisa Gomez.
That was kind of gay at the end.
I don't care. We love each other, and you know that.
That's true. Sometimes. So thank you guys for having me here. I'm really excited and nervous at the same time to be talking to you. Some of the things that I'm going to share might sound repetitive to you, but I'm just going to say what works for me and what I have done to, to reach my monthly goals. I am just like you. I have my fears. I sometimes don't, sometimes I let that little "you cannot do it" voice creep in, and then I brush it off and keep moving. I freak out when I don't see SC on my thing. Honestly, I do. So, and I am really, this is the way I see it. I work my Beachbody business like it's about to end tomorrow. Like my life depends on this. Like I don't have the money to pay the rent, for example, and you do whatever it takes to make it happen. That's the way I work my business. So I'm just gonna share let me see if I can share my screen. All right. Can you all see my slide? Yes? No one is leaving?
Yes, we can see your slide.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I was like, oh my God, I'm alone. All right. So let me just go ahead and say the three simple rules that I apply on my business on a daily basis. And that's love my family. I work super hard and I live my passion. And you probably think, oh, that's cheesy. Well, yeah, that's what works for me. And if you go to my Instagram or my Facebook, you will see the relationship I have with my mother. Actually, we spent the whole day today in the hospital. She wasn't feeling good. I thought that I was not gonna be able to make the call, but that's why I look like a mess, and like my thoughts might not be here or here, but I'm making my best efforts to be with you guys. So I love my family to death. I am an only child. I have one daughter. I am divorced, so I have one daughter. She's 12. And I make sure that I show that love for my family daily on my not daily, but on a constant basis on my social media. I work super hard. I set goals and I go for that, and I actually live my passion. I share the love I have for this company. I actually did it yesterday. I don't hold back on how I feel and how grateful I feel to it. I share it, and I work super hard, and I freaking believe in this company like it's God. So, and I show that. Let me go.
Elisa, you're freezing.
Oh, really? Am I back on?
Yeah,
no?
You're good. You're
okay. Good. All right. So this is the thing. The 3 vital behaviors. That's what I do on a daily basis. Personal development. Invite, and be proof that the product works. So I make sure that I add people daily to my social media, meaning to Instagram and Facebook. I am the creepy person that adds people on Facebook. I go to my friends, and I add, randomly. I add people daily, 5, 10, 15, depending, daily. If it doesn't matter if it's my birthday, it doesn't matter if it's a Sunday, it doesn't matter if it's Good Friday, it doesn't matter if it's my daughter's birthday, which is the same as my mom. I do that on a daily basis. I prove that the product works. I share my 60 pounds weight loss. I drink my shakes daily. I show my workout. I show my commitment to my program daily on my my social media, and I do personal development. I was one of those that I thought, personal development, that's for losers. You don't need that. If you have problems, you go to this, to a doctor, to a psychologist, to a therapy, and you talk to that, and you get over it. But I was very, very wrong. Personal development has helped me in so many ways. It has helped me to be more patient, even though I am not the best, the very, very patient yet. But it has helped me, be better. It has helped me become a better mother, and have a better relationship with my mother also. And, it has helped me, to be patient with my challengers, and in so many ways. So personal development, the Be Proof of the Product course, and invite. Those are like the vital behaviors that I never fail to do. And I know we hear this all the time, but it's true, guys. If we don't follow that, we're not going to go anywhere. We need a map to go everywhere we go. So let's call this the map that we need to be successful in Beachbody. So here, this is the list of my daily activities. This is what I do every day. So I wake up and I pray. So I don't know who you believe in, but I like to start my day and pray, and and set my intentions, and have that little moment with God, and talk to Him and say what I want to accomplish for the day, and for the month. And if I feel kind of down, because sometimes you don't wake up really feeling really like positive, so I just pray and ask Him for strength or whatever is happening to me. So whoever you believe in, either Obama, Washington, I don't know, Trump, whoever, make sure that you pray and you believe in something. So that's the first thing when I wake up. I also check into my challenge group. I message my challengers and customers. Not all of them in one shot. I would message, for example, 3 today, 3 tomorrow, and so on and so forth. I would check into my Facebook chat with my team. I focus a lot on creating relationships with my friends on Facebook. I'm that person that is always commenting on my new friends. How is your kid's birthday? Liking their post. And if I see that they have a death in the family, I would say I'm sorry. I have a heart that I care a lot. So I show it, and I'm kind of compassionate and a crybaby. So I am really sensitive to a lot of things. So I focus a lot on creating relationships and be present. It's like I say to my team all the time. I try to be present in my friend's life, because showing love and affection and that you care is free. And at the end of the day, we all need that. So, and you don't know how your message can affect someone in a positive way. So if you have something positive to say to someone, why are you holding back? So what other thing I do? I invite and I follow up every day. It doesn't matter if it's a Sunday. It doesn't matter if it's Good Friday. It doesn't matter if I was in the hospital all day. I invite, I follow up, and I show up. I add people on both of my platforms. I currently use Instagram and Facebook. I am thinking about branching out. Actually, that's something that my coach told me that I should do, a like page, and I am holding on that, but it's going to happen in October. But I try to add people to Facebook and Instagram daily too. Like I mentioned before, I also do my personal development. I work on my fitness, and I drink my Shakeology daily because I think I am addicted to it, honestly. I do not go to bed until everything is checked off from my list. Another thing that I think is really, really important is to share your story. And we always hear this all the time. We hear top coaches saying that we should share a story, that we should, be relatable and all that. So this is a post that I shared a while ago on my social media, and it was a Throwback Thursday, and I am showing here how that how the 60 pounds that I lost, how I feel now, how I am able to fit into clothes that I didn't think I was going to be able to before, how confident I feel in wearing something that it might be simple for someone else, but it might mean a lot to somebody else, because you never know who you are going to who that message is going to go to. So it is nothing major. I'm just, like the picture says, I'm keeping it real. I was very self-conscious about the way I looked. So that moment that I took the picture and I said, damn, look at that. You work out, girl. So that's why I decided to share how I felt and how all the personal development workout has done for me. So when you're sharing your story and you're trying to connect with people by sharing who you are, you need to be understandable. You need to make sure that it speaks who you are and that it reveals your personality. And I'm pretty sure that you all people have a great personality and you have a lot to share to the world and you are great people. So why are you holding back? Share away. These are the social media apps that I use. My favorite is Studio to make pictures and make everything look cute and pretty. So I use Pinterest because I am not creative. So when I run out of ideas, I go there. ¿Cómo se llama esta? Pick, Play, Post. I use that for my workout clips and then a picture. Twitter when I run out of ideas too. Photogrid, Flipagram is also for pictures. Rana is also good for wording. Crowdfire is to follow and unfollow people on Instagram. It lets you follow or unfollow at least 100 people in one shot. So there is no excuse when it comes to following and growing your social media, because you in 5 seconds you can follow 100 people, and then in the next hour you can go back and follow 100 more. So if you do this 5 times a day, you have 500 followers, in a day. So usually on weekends, I take the day to go down to the new followers that I have, and I check who's not following me back, and then I unfollow those people that have not accepted my request and move on to the next one. Don't feel attached to people like that. If they don't follow you, whatever. So I also use Viva Video. Wait, because I forgot which one was the name of that one. Give me 1 second. Okay, Video Shop, I'm sorry. So it's this one right there. Video Shop is for, it's really good for videos. It's longer. You can use that on Facebook if you want to make great videos. And Photo5, the old school Photo5, also for pictures and wording. What I stress the most is going from like to love your brand on social media. So don't be a coach that you just, that is there for people to like. You have to be there to make people fall in love with you. So make people fall in love with what you have to share, with your story, with what you offer, with your personality, with everything. So how do you go from like to love? You have to create a post. You have to allow the people to come to you as they discover who you are. And you have to comment on others' posts. So especially the new people that you get. When you add people on Facebook, make sure that you're present. That's like the best thing I can say to you is to be present, especially on the weekends. Because then when you post an invite on Sunday night, they know, oh, this is the annoying lady that is always liking my post, that she's always, posting healthy things and she's always there. So I see a lot of coaches forgetting about everything on Saturday and Sunday, and that's when you have to be there, because people go out and they eat, and then Sunday night comes and you post an invite and they need you. So you have to be present. You have to make sure that they know what you're offering. Be likable, be humble, and be you, be real. That's the best thing to go from like to love. What else is the next one? So just like a little reinforcement, what do you need to do? Inspire 3 or 5 people a month. Treat it like a business. Wake up, set your hours, and think about it like this is the real deal, because it actually is. Have an accountability partner. Have that person that is going to say, hey, Hector, you're doing bad. What are you doing? How are your goals working out? You need help with anything. Have someone that you can trust and that you can connect and work together. So find your why. And we hear this all the time. And sometimes we don't pay attention to that. But until you don't find that why and you connect that to your goals, you're not going to get anywhere. So make sure that you find your why deep in you and you connect that to your goals. Also make visuals. So whenever you feel like giving up, think about, have a vision board and go back to that. Look at that and keep pushing. And you'll see that you're going to be able to achieve every single goal that you have set up in mind. And also, I think one of the things that helps me is to have a winner mentality. You cannot wake up and say today is going to suck, because honestly, it's going to suck. You cannot wake up and say today is going to be the worst day of my life, because it is going to be the worst day of your life. You have to wake up positive. You have to wake up and say, yes, I'm going to connect with someone. I am going to make friends. I am going to, impact someone in a positive way. You have to wake up and be positive and have a winner mentality. You have to wake up and say, I am going to his Success Club this month. You have to wake up and say, I am a top coach, because everything is in the mind, even though if you're not there yet, but you are working towards that. Or so I prefer to believe. So have a positive and winner mentality, and you're going to be able to kick ass. So I think we're going to leave the questions till the end. I'm just going to give it up. This is all for me now. I'm just going to give it up to Hector. I think he's going to be next. Yes. So let me stop the sharing. And thank you guys for listening. Any questions? I'll be back.
Yeah, the questions, we decided to leave questions because everybody always has questions, and more in this topic towards the end, since we are actually doing 2 topics in one call. And the reason why we decided to do this first and then Hector is because faith is the one that wins it all at the end. It doesn't matter, like what Elisa said, it doesn't matter how you how much you can struggle in this business and how things can get, but if you have faith and you really believe that you can make this happen, it will happen no matter what. So I really feel that Hector is a perfect example of turning your life around in terms of believing in yourself, going from someone who was not positive as he is today. And he's somebody just like me. We call each other passionate because we are both loud. And then he told me he's super passionate, but they always tell me the same thing. So we have that in common. But I feel that these 2 things combined, this system, with everybody on daily basis, and believing, working on that belief system that we all struggle so much when we start this business, is the thing that will get you to go to the next level. So Hector, where are you? Can you take it on?
Okay, but how come is the screen is still sharing?
Elisa, I think she was struggling with that. Let me see.
She looks frozen.
This will stop other screen sharing. Do you want to continue? Let me see if I'm able to do that.
I like to see people's faces. I'm sorry.
I know. Exit full screen. There you go. I did it for her.
Yeah, but it's still not. Exit full screen is just for you.
Wait, it's my things. My computer's acting up.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to.
Log out and log back in.
Yeah.
It's Andrea, is your Zoom, right?
Yeah, it's my Zoom.
Okay.
There you go. No, I think it's sometimes that happens with her. Like her connection starts like freezing and things like that. So, it's part of being live,
That's all
part
right.
of the, what we do.
That's okay. It happens. It happens. Thank you for the
Yes.
introduction. Awesome job, Elisa. When she comes back, I'll tell her again. But guys, this is obviously what Elisa talked about is pretty much plain simple, right to the point. Got to get it done. If you want to be a business person, you got to treat this like a business. But at the end of the day is, how do you become a business person in your mind? How do you start believing in yourself? How do you overcome those challenges that you face every single day? What is it that you need to do in your mind on a daily basis to win? One thing that I learned once from Kim Carver always said, win your day. Remember that phrase, win your day. So pretty much what Elisa was talking about, if you have a daily checklist, you don't go to bed until you win your day. So if you have a task to do on a daily basis, you got to make sure that you're checking everything off on a daily basis so that you can win your day. What do I do now? What is my routine? And I'm going to share my routine. I don't have slides. I'm a on the feeling type of person, and I like whatever I feel, whatever energy that I have is what I want to share with you guys. So I want to tell you that in the past 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays ago, I went to watch a movie, which I highly recommend. Write this down. Go watch it today, tomorrow, ASAP. His name is War Room. War Room. WAR Room. Believe me when I tell you, it will transform your life, because as faithful as I am, as passionate as I am, as what I do, what I love to do is helping people, motivating people, inspiring people, instilling faith in people. There was one thing missing in my process, and that was God. It's putting him first place. Whoever you preach to, whoever you pray to, whoever it is, the person that you follow, he has to lead you. At the end of the day, you're not going to do this by yourself. You need God in your place. I highly recommend that from now on, when you speak, when you envision things, say, you know what? God, lead the way. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Whatever you want me to say, I'll say it. For many of you who might have or might not have watched what I posted today, the video that I posted today, that wasn't me, guys. That was not me. That was an extreme power that was over me. I was just Erica, can you? Thank you. That just came over me, and I got to tell you that everything that was said there was not me. I felt it. I said it. I just knew that post, that message was for my challengers. That message was for my personal challengers. I wanted to motivate them. I wanted to inspire them, because it's a new month, guys. It's a new beginning. It's a new week. It's a new you. That's how it starts. It starts with you. The passion that you have inside of you, it starts today. Forget about September. September already occurred. Whatever you failed at, whatever you won at, whatever you succeeded at, it doesn't matter anymore. This is a clean slate. You're starting all over again. Now it's time is what you're going to do with it. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to face it? Are you going to let life battles take you down? Are you going to allow a past experience to bring you down or lift you up? You have to allow your past to be like a learning experience for today. Your past already happened. What did you learn from it? That is the first thing I want you to do. I want you to write down, what was the one thing that has happened to me in my past that I overcame? What is that one thing that it might have not been anything, and maybe you put it on the back burner. You forgot about it. I don't want to talk about it no more because that ruined my life. Whatever that is. I might be speaking to somebody right now, and maybe you have something in your past that you left it there. What I want you to do right now, I want you to go grab it. Go grab that one thing that you left behind. Grab it in your hand and say, oh, I defeated this. I defeated you. But you know what? I forgive you. And if you forgive your past, if you forget about your past, and you say, and you come to terms with it, because you can't change it. You can't change your past. It happened already. What can you do in your present right now to overcome your past? Because the reason why I'm bringing this up and why is it relevant to this call, because a lot of you are allowing your past to dictate your present. And how are you going to be an effective coach? How are you going to be an effective leader when you can't even lead yourself? But in order for you to lead yourself, you have to come to terms with your past and say, I'm over it. It's time for a new beginning. And the new beginning is now. So write it down on a piece of paper. You're probably going to gush in tears. You're probably going to be like, your hands are going to be shaking writing this down. You don't know what to do with yourself because it's probably something very, very powerful. It has to be extremely powerful, because if you allow it to eat you up inside and take you into a place that you lost yourself. You lost yourself so much that you let your weight take over. You turn to food, depression. I mean, whatever. You may be suicide or something, like whatever. I mean, like on Saturday, one of our coaches shared that she committed suicide. She almost committed suicide. And that, to me, a light bulb opened up in my mind. She said it in front of the one person she never wanted to say it ever. She didn't even want to tell her daughter about that moment. But you know what? That wasn't her. She didn't say that. God said that for her. Why do I say that? Because the one thing that happens when that moment happened, that moment occurred, it opened my eyes. It gave me chills, and I still get the goosebumps right now. I still get the chills at that moment, because that moment was the defining moment for her. It was a defining moment for her, because she spoke out something that was inside eating her up. How do I say this? How do I overcome this? How do I change this? Because I'm going to tell you right now that moment right there is the moment that is going to change her life. Because that is her purpose. Her purpose right now is to go out there, speak about what she went through, so that she can inspire the people that can relate to her. And maybe she never once believed that nobody could relate to her, that she was just a regular person that had nothing to offer. All of you, if I could count 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 people on the call, and whoever's listening, someone is going to relate to you the minute, like Elisa said, put your business out there. You need to speak who you are, because you're not going to attract who you are. You're going to attract who you were. If you understand that in life, you're going to attract who you were, not who you are. That's what I'm trying to tell you, to leave, to go back to the past. And I never say this, and I'm starting to say this a lot, because I'm a person that I hate going backwards. But there's the one thing. There's only one thing. I don't think there's various things. I think there's one thing that changed your life at one point. When you're a kid, you have nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. You go freely, you live freely, but then something happens. Something happens that now you're conscious of what you're doing. When you're a kid, you have no fear. You do everything. You jump off a damn couch, you jump off a sofa, you jump off a table, you jump off of everything. If you break a bone, so what? You get over it. You have no fear. But then life gets in the way. And now you got fear instilled in you in the process of growing. Now I'm telling you that something happened to some of you in your past. I'm staying in this topic for a reason, because somebody needs to listen to me. Someone needs to listen to me right now. I'm telling you, go back to that moment, that moment, the defining moment of your life that said, you're not this person, you're that person. And I'm going to tell you, it may be extremely hard, but I'm here to tell you, you need to forgive. In order for you to live the life you've always wanted to live, you need to forgive your past. Because if you don't forgive your past and you hold on to it, you are never going to live the life you were meant to live. Trust me when I tell you. There's 4 quarters in this year. And I can be honest with you guys, my first 2 quarters were not successful. In the business, I still showed up. I still what I needed to do. But in my life, I was lost. Completely lost. But you know what? I never showed it. I never showed it to my team. I never told my team what was going on because my duty as the leader was to still show up for them. They needed me. I needed to show up for them. They contacted me on the inbox. I responded. I might have not showed up much in the challenge space, but I still made my efforts to make sure that they were doing their thing. Life happens, guys. Obstacles occur, but you have to overcome those things. You cannot run every time life punches you in the face and knocks you down. It's going to continue to happen if you allow it to happen. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You need to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Because at the end of the day, we need to live our life. If you're going to come to me with all your problems continuously, I tell you the solution. And your solution, you don't go after it and you don't fix it, whose fault is that? You're not coming into terms. You need to start living a positive life. Because if you do not live a positive life, the negative one will overtake your success and you're never going to taste it. You're never going to feel it. Those 3 vital behaviors that Elisa talked about, you can do that all day, every day. But are you going to be truly happy with yourself? Are you going to be really satisfied inside of you? Is that going to make you feel fulfilled? You need to find who you are. You need to know who the definition of who you are. I know that in my life, I grew up in a very negative environment. I grew up in an area that there was no way out. The success rate was not even there. Section 8 all day. Middle class. Paycheck to paycheck. My parents lived. There was no vision. I had no vision. Life came to me. Every time, every job that I've ever entered, there was one person. And I can name them all. Every job that I've ever done, there was always one person that was always by my side. And now that I reflect back, like now that I became the person that I am, there's always one person that's going to get you out. But it's up to you to accept it or deny it. Please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Don't say you did it alone. I hate that. You didn't get to where you are by yourself. No way. Someone helped you get there. Be it a parent, be it a friend, a teacher, a guidance counselor, whatever. Someone got you to where you're going. Acknowledge. If you acknowledge the people that helped you, God will repay you. From now, every time I speak, I used to say, you know what? I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I felt like I needed to tell you. I'm changing my tone, and I'm telling you right now that what I'm telling you right now is not coming from me. God is making me tell you this. Because someone on this call needed to hear it. Stop fighting yourself. Hit success clubs, change lives. Be confident by yourself, but let go of your past. Learn from it, right? This is what I want you to do. You're going to take a piece of paper and, like I said, write down the one thing that took you down once. 2 things, 3 things, whatever. Write it down on a piece of paper. Once you write it down on the piece of paper, I want you to forgive it. I want you to forgive it wholeheartedly. Leave it all on the paper. Rip the paper up. Rip the paper up. Set it on fire. Whatever. Let it go. And I promise you that the minute you allow God to lead your path, lead you to wherever you want to be, nothing is going to take you down. No fear, no enemy is going to take you down. Because how many of you right now, by the show of hands, to your screen, not over here that I can't see it, to the screen, could tell me right now that there's one person in your life that's been trying to take you down? One person in your life that's not even guided you, that he's trying to like stop you, that he doesn't want you to succeed, she doesn't want you to succeed. That's not going to work. This is not for you. That's not for you. They're dictating your life. They have no right to dictate your life. It is your decision. If you want it, go get it. No one should tell you what you want and what you don't want. They can only advise you. At the end of the day, it is your decision. If you fail, you failed. Not the person, you. Stop blaming everyone else for your lack of success. It's on you. It's your fault. You wake up by yourself. You go to sleep by yourself. And if you have a partner, you still go to sleep by yourself. Because they're not going to close your eyes for you. Oh, let me close your eyes. Go to sleep. They're not going to do that for you. You still got to close your own eyes. You cover yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're always by yourself. And if someone tries to take you down, you say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. I love you. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Communication. I want to leave it right there. But before I go, I'm going to share some personal developments for you guys. Because for me, I'm huge on personal development. I've been doing it for years. I feel that that's probably just as important as praying. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, keeping it real, keeping it 100. My life has changed since last Saturday. Since I watched that movie, War Room, my life has completely changed. It went from here to here. No joke. My business has gone from here to here in 2 weeks. War Room. War Room. And why is my life going from here to here? Because I submitted myself to God. I said, God, listen, I can't win no more. I lost it. I can't do it. Tell me what to do, and I'll do it. That's it. Once I did that, everything and anything and everything that I wanted has fallen into place. And I'm going to share a little secret with you guys because it's the right time. I think it's fair. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, I had a fallout. I had a breakup, very strong breakup, and it went off for a while. And, you know, I made a lot of mistakes, and she wasn't perfect either, but at the end of the day, it's about me right now. But I made a lot of mistakes in my personal self, and in the sense of that I found who I was where I know I wasn't. I didn't show up the way I should have showed up. And when I decided to come back, it was too late. It was for a while that I lost myself. And finding myself wasn't easy. Maybe one of you have lost yourself. I know how you feel. We may not have gone through the same thing, but the pain is the same way. And why am I telling you this? Because I haven't spoken to this person in several months. And last Thursday, I spoke to God. I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. I spoke to God and I said, look, God, I know I can't do it. I tried contacting her, nothing. This is what I want you to do. I want you to tell her that I love her. I want you to tell her that I care about her. But most importantly, I want you to tell her to forgive me. Because I know I'm not perfect, but I know I'm trying to make it perfect, and I'm trying to make it better. And this is a person that I didn't expect anything from, because I know her attitude, I know her emotions. And I received the text 2 days later. And I'm not kidding. I even read it out exactly how it's written. And for me to get a text 2 days later, I dropped the phone. I have a witness that was with me. She can contest to that. And this is exactly how it went. Hello, Hector. This is not a message that requires a response, but I need you to know that I forgive you and will no longer hold on to anger nor bitterness. I wish you well and hope God blesses your future. Best of luck. That's a message that I know did not come from her. I know for a fact that came from a higher power. Why am I sharing this with you guys? Because if you don't put God first place, you are not going to succeed. You may be successful for a short period of time. Marina, can you mute yourself, please? You may be successful for a sufficient amount of time, but if you do not allow God to lead, you will not be the successful person you were meant to be. And I'm dead serious. Write this down. Every night, before you go to sleep, I want you to read Psalm 91. Every time you wake up, I want you to read Psalm 23 on the Bible. What that's going to do for you, it's going to allow him to protect you when you go to sleep, and it's going to allow you to protect you when you wake up. Psalm 91 for the night, Psalm 23 for the morning. Well, it's PHAL. You know what I mean. You know what the psalm is, but I'm keeping it. Listen, I'm very open with you guys right now. A lot of people here are from my team. A lot of people are not. And yes, 91 is for the night. And I think that by me sharing this, and everybody knows me, you've been following me for years. Some of you have been following me for many years, and you know how positive I am. Even a person like myself faces challenges. But the question is, however long you allow those challenges to take you, is what's going to take you down or lift you up. Because you know what they say, it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. But it also takes 21 days to lose it. You can lose everything you worked for like that if you allow life to get in your way for an extended period of time. Be it overweight, be it diabetes, be it stress, all that stuff, guys, kills us. Kills us. The reason why I'm going deep like that, because it has an effect on your business. It affects your business. If you don't have it all up here, what are you doing here? You're only going to go but so far with this. But you got to have faith to lead you. Lead the right way. The books that I want you to write down for network marketing, Go Pro. A lot of you already know. Go Pro. This book, for me, went on top of the list. Is How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to Win Friends and Influence People. And of course, You're a Badass.
And the How to Win Friends and Win People is like for $2 on iBooks. It's like I bought it like for $2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So go to iBooks, guys. Get it there, whatever. Elisa brought up Vision Board. I'm an advocate of that. Major advocate of the Vision Board. Personally, do not do it on a computer. Don't do it on a computer. I need you to touch it. I need you to feel it. You need to feel yourself putting something on a board. Because if you don't put it on the board with that passion of, I'm going to succeed at that, it's not going to happen. Don't put it on the computer. Take the time. Print out. You could use the computer to print out stuff, the vision, and put it up. But take the time to feel it, touch it. When you touch it in your hands and you put it up, it has more power. Imagine having God first place. You're right behind them and a vision right next to you. How far do you think you're going to go? Endless. There's a light at the end of the tunnel when you have all that. There's no way you're going to fail. And guess what? When you fail, you learn. And when you learn, you succeed. So stop looking at failure as a negative and start looking at failure as a success. Because when you do that, you will succeed. Because I'm going to tell you right now, none of you guys are perfect. None of you. You will fail. You will fail. But it's what you do with that failure that's going to make or break you right now. I hope this message gets to you. I hope this message resonates in your head. I hope it wakes you up from the person that you think you are to the person that you know you should be. And if you have not watched my video from earlier, I highly recommend that you watch it, share it, because I'm telling you, it's higher than me that did that video. You need to watch it. I watched it twice. I never watch my recordings, ever. I don't rewatch my recordings. But I watched it twice because I knew that message was more powerful than me. So I highly recommend you watch it, comment on it, pay it forward. That you got to do it. God bless you all. Thank you for taking the time out to listen. I hope I made sense. I hope I added value to the call, and just pay it forward. This is what we're about. This business is about helping others. You got to take yourself, if you succeeded in your journey, now it's time to pay it forward. How are you going to earn an income? Don't think about the income first. Think about the person. When you put God and the person first, the income will follow. The income will genuinely follow you, and you will be, I believe that if you do it right, if you follow Elisa's system, if you follow my faith, that within a year, you can change your life. But the one thing you need to change is your excuses. Stop making excuses. We all got the same 24 hours. We all got the same 162 hours a week. And if you take away sleep and work, including overtime, you got 52 hours left. What are you doing with it? Ask yourself that question. Are you going to watch shows? Are you going to go out? Or are you going to add? Personally, what I would do with those 52 hours, I'm going to bust my ass. Because what I do today, my goal is to retire by 40 years old. I do not. I want to be retired by 40. And if you guys want to retire at a certain age, work your ass off now. Do less for more. So you could receive more for less later. I hope that makes sense. Do more for less. That's what I should have said. Do more for less now so that you can do less for more later. So if you want this to be your business, if you want to be a successful coach, if you want to be a 1-star diamond coach, you want to be a 2-star diamond coach, you want to make $1,000 a week, you want to make $2,000 a week, you want to make $5,000 a week, you got to bust your ass now. Because that shit ain't going to come to you. It ain't going to show up to your account. Your efforts is what's going to show up in your account. You want the numbers to rise in your account? Raise the number of efforts you put in. and watch the numbers rise. Dropping the mic.
I love that. Can I say how awesome you are once again? I know you hear that a lot, but this one comes from way within. It's not just the awesome because we are passionate. Remember that? Passionate and things like that. It's basically because when you speak with conviction, and so many people connect to that. And that's what makes, this business amazing, because like you said, like you come from a place where you had no beliefs. And then right now you're trying to make people see that we all struggle with that. But at the end of the day, that's not what's going to be determine your destiny. It's your choices. Whatever you choose to do today and the amount of effort you're putting into it, along with your work, that's what's going to determine your success in the future or your failures. It's all a choice. It's all a choice, everyone. And we would never get tired of saying it. It's all in our choices. And you will fail. I'm going to say this. And the bigger this gets for you, the more you will fail, because you will have to learn new ways that you did not know. And you must be okay with that. You must be okay with that. You must be teachable. You must be understanding that it's not going to fall on your lap overnight. Consistency is key in this business. Go ahead, Elisa.
I just want to add that sometimes we overthink it and then we go, oh, I didn't accomplish so-and-so last month. And you let that follow you through the next month and the following month. You have to just forget about that, brush that off. And especially today, since it's the first of the month, start fresh and just, believe in it. Whatever happened, it's meant to happen already. Now it's time to set new goals and go for it. That's it.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, we have the Q&A section for everybody. Feel free to ask whatever it is that is in your mind right now, that you feel that you need answers to. Don't hold it in. We don't bite.
The one thing that I like to share with people is that, especially on my team, there's no judgment zone.
Me either.
There's no judgment here. If you want to talk about, maybe I was talking to you when I was talking, if you want to share that, maybe that'll free you up. Let's talk about that. But if you want to talk about the business, we can talk about the business too. Because at the end of the day, we're all here for the same purpose. We all have the same vision, and we all have one common purpose, and it's to help others achieve more, to live a healthier and happier life. The same way we are living a happier, healthier life. The same way someone helped you change your life, don't be selfish. Change someone else's life. You should not be afraid to talk to someone about, listen, I have an opportunity that can change your life. This business, don't even talk about, you shouldn't even talk about the business. You should be talking about yourself. Like when someone's talking to you, like, oh, so what's this business about? I was like, wait a minute. I want to hear about you. I want to hear about you. I want to know about you. I want to know what calls you, what drives you, what motivates you. Where did you come from? What have you overcome? Stop talking for people. And I want you to write this down, is shut up, listen, and learn. That's your routine. You ask a question and shut up. When you ask someone a question, oh, so how much weight you want to lose? Oh, but yeah, you could have lost. Serious? Let the person speak. Let them open up to you. If you're passionate like Andrea, myself, and Elisa, you know what you do? Get on the phone with them. I had a call today with an amazing person that she's actually on the phone right now. I'm gonna put her on the spot. She's probably gonna blush, turn red. Her name is Jelena. She's a brand new coach. She started today, and she's already on the call. Super excited for her. I let her talk. I was asking questions, and she spoke. She opened up to me. She felt comfortable, and I learned a lot. What did I learn? I learned that we're relatable. We have a common purpose. We have a connection that we didn't even know we had. But you won't know the connection you have with a person unless you shut up and listen. Because it ain't about the challenge packs. It ain't about Shakeology. It ain't about the workout. There's 380,000 coaches in our network. What makes you different? That is what matters. You need to find yourself. That's what I'm talking about. Go to the past. Find yourself. When you find yourself, now you can speak with Pat. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I overcame that dude. yeah. So, you see this guy right here? I beat that dude. He ain't got no line on me. You gotta talk like, yo, I own this. Why do you want to work with me? Because this is how I changed my life. I was down in the dirt. I was like depressed. I was fighting with the enemy so many times, but look at me now. Don't you want to feel that way? Like, that's how you got to talk. You got to own the conversation. If they ask you, why you and not Beachbody? Don't say, oh, because, because I'm the best coach ever and my team is the best ever. You got to be specific with people. You got to tell them, listen, the reason why I want you to come with me is because I understand who you are. But this is after they talked about themselves. Use the 3 F's. I know how you feel. I felt that way before. But I found this system that we have right now, this Beachbody world, this network of positive, motivating people, that I found myself. I found my purpose in life. And I'm ready to pay it forward. But you're not going to know who you're talking to until you listen. If you listen to people, it's a beautiful thing. That's what that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, will teach you to do. Because I could define that book in 3 words. It's shut up, listen, and learn. No doubt. I know I talk too much sometimes, but it's all good. I have a purpose, then. I got to say my word. Anybody got questions? Nobody got, come on, I got to have a question. It was a great call. There's a lot of information in this call. Somebody's got to have one question. Let it out. Let it sit out of the bag.
We can use the system of class, like raise your hand and you can ask a question.
Or you could just unmute yourself and then.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to give you guys 15 seconds. And then the call's going to end. I know, listen, you know what's crazy? I'm looking at you guys. And I know questions are running around your head. Oh my God, I don't want to be the one to say it. I hope somebody else says it. Oh, I don't want to do it because then they're going to make fun of me. I'm like, no, we're not going to judge you. If you have, listen, the stupidest question you can ask is the one that you don't. So you got to ask. Because if you're not successful in your business, it's because you're not doing something and you're probably going through something. Perfect. Who's this? Jenny, shoot. You got to unmute yourself. Okay. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. 4 seconds? Okay.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you something. How did you overcome from fighting yourself? I mean, I don't know if you're Spanish, but most of us Spanish people, we grow up the same way with that. I can't do it thing with that. You need to have a business, like a location. I know I hear this from coaches, but it's like every day I have to fight myself, like within me. Like I'll do it 1 month or 2 months, but I wouldn't get to the full success club, or I wouldn't get to the full concept. I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
No.
Wow.
You said enough. Trust me. I'll answer that perfectly. You can mute yourself because I hear background. And you sound very emotional.
Sorry, yes.
It's okay. You sound very emotional. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm saying. Like, listen, it's not our parents' fault. All right? I'm going to tell you right now. Our parents, and I don't care who you are, a lot of our parents were raised in an era that they only had what they had. We have more than they did. We have more access, more knowledge, more things in our hands than they ever did. They gave us what they were taught. They gave us love. They gave us everything they can possibly give us. But it's our turn to find a new way. It's our turn to change the generation. And how do we do that? To answer your question, how do you overcome that? Very simple. It's find out who you are. Find out in your heart, what is it that I need to start doing in my life to change my life? Because in order for you to change your life, you can't continue to live the life that you were living. Because that's the definition of insanity, trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. For me, and I'm going to keep it real, there was times that I had to distance myself from my family. Because sometimes the negativity or the lack of knowledge of where I wanted to go, nothing against my parents, nothing against my family, but my direction was different than their direction. So I had to detach myself from them, find myself, and then come back. You're going to lose a lot of people in the process. But I'm going to guarantee you one thing, that the people that love you the most will never leave your side. The people that do was never meant to stay there. So stop trying to please everyone else, because that's probably what you're doing. You're probably too busy pleasing everyone else, and you're not pleased inside your heart. That's why I'm trying to tell you, let God lead your way. Because in life, there's God, there's you, and there's everyone else. If you have kids, you should not put them first. I'm sorry, I got to read this because I didn't say. You didn't say I love you or you got hugs. Is that what you're saying? You didn't. Okay. You did or you didn't?
No. Wait, give me a second. They can hear you, so give me a minute. All right. So no, the thing is that we didn't grow up like in a house that we had like loving or something like that. Like we said to each other, you know, I love you and stuff like that. We didn't have that. We knew that it was there, but that's how my parents were raised. So we kind of, you know, I'm like that person that is awkward hugging somebody else. I will hug them, but I will feel awkward.
Can I stop you real quick?
Sure.
Don't mute yourself. Do you want your kids to do what you did?
No, so that's why I do tell my son every night I love you and things
That's
like
it.
that.
You know what you're doing? I want you to acknowledge that. I want you to focus there. What you do right now is going to change the generation that follows. By hugging, by loving, you know, that right there, that's amazing right there. I like that. I love that. But you know what? That's what you need to focus on. Focus on what you're doing and forget about what you didn't have. Because now you acknowledge, remember these words, you acknowledge that there was an issue that you didn't want to carry on in your life. And now you get the hug. Now you get the kisses. Now you get the love. Now you get the Guess what your kids are gonna do now? They're gonna love to hug. They're gonna love to kiss. They're not gonna fear that no more because you changed the cycle. All of you here should be changing the cycle. whatever your parents didn't do, and you feel like, oh my God, that person gets it all the time. That's amazing. So then why don't you do it then? Be the change you wish to see in your life. And Jenny, thank you very much for opening up like that. Like, seriously, it takes a lot. And I appreciate that because a lot of people won't do that.
I'm sorry, Hector. I think that's the thing that people don't understand, that they want the change, but they don't understand what it takes. Right. And they want it, but they don't see themselves doing it. And that's the thing that you have to change. You know, you can do it. And if you want to be the change that you want to see, you have to be the first one to take that step. It doesn't work any other way. Nobody can do it but you.
And it's hard. It's hard. Listen.
Hell yeah, it's hard. Shit.
It's hard. When you're the first one that's making the change, oh my God, it's hard. You know how many people told me I was never going to be successful at Beachbody, that I was never going to lose the weight with Beachbody, I was never going to succeed in Beachbody? How many people told me that this was not for me, that it's never going to work? I told people 4 years ago that I was never going to be like, I told people I'm going to be in a DVD. Watch me. I'm going to be in a DVD. Watch me. Everybody looked at me like I had like 10 heads on me. But you know what? It don't matter what other people think. Because what matters is what I thought. And what matters is what you think, what you believe in, what you want. You got to go for it. You got to be consistent. If you're not consistent, you're not going to succeed. If you want to change, you got to change. I've overcame so many things, guys. I lost many friends. I lost many family members. Not family members, but they were like family to me. And they're back. You know why they're back? Because I found me. And I came back. And I'm ready. I came back. Now you wait for me. And that's the way it's got to be done. You got to own your change. No one should own your change. And Jenny, keep hugging. Keep kissing. Keep loving. Because that is going to make you a better person, and you're going to raise amazing kids because you just changed the cycle by doing what you did. Be proud of yourself and take that, put it into the business, and run with it. Because if you show that same love to your coaches, to the people that's in your network, they're going to appreciate you for that. Because maybe you're attracting that family that never got hugs. Maybe that you have a coach in your team that don't have like nobody that was like there for them. Nobody to hug them to say, listen, it's okay, I got you. You be that person. Virtual hug. Whatever it is, on the phone hug. But show that passion within yourself, and I promise you that change is going to happen for you. Mike, what's up? I'm sorry, brother. You know when I get in the zone, I talk.
Give me 1 second. I have a question. Somebody asked a question.
Oh, they did? I missed it. I'm sorry. What is the question? Where is it? Emotional supported? Huh? Is that what it is? Did I miss that? Mike is at work. That's why. So, listen, guys. If this is what I was talking about, Jenny, you know, that's exactly what you just said is exactly what I was talking about. Go to your past and find the one thing that was missing. Find the one thing that you need to like change so that you can become that better person. Yeah, Mike.
How do you not put value on yourself based on your physical appearance when this business is mainly about that? And the people that you care about the most just want to see you in every stage. But sometimes you feel like you're not enough when you look a certain way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's a great question. You need to own yourself. You need to own yourself. Your physical appearance does not define you, should not define you. Where you're going should define you. Where you want to be should define you. Because at the end of the day, if you look in the mirror and if you don't love that person that's in front of you, you're going to be in the same place forever. You got to love that person that you face every single day, no matter if you're overweight, no matter if you're unhealthy, no matter where you are in life. If you don't come to terms with the person that you're looking at, you are never going to change, because people see what you see. People see what you see. If you see ugly, people see ugly. If you see beautiful, people look at beautiful. But like I said to Jenny, it doesn't matter what you do. What matters is where you're going. What matters is who is going to accept your change. Who is going to accept what you're trying to become. Because you're going to lose a lot of people. People, I'm telling you right now, mark my words, you're going to lose a lot of friends. You're going to lose a lot of family. Accept it. It's part of change. People are going to be like, oh, you're not the same no more. Oh, my God, I can't even talk to you no more. All you talk about is fake stuff. All you talk about is that stuff. All I talk about is this. Like, whoa. Time out. If you can't accept me for who I am, get to stepping. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. It's all good. Listen, the one thing, it's funny, Jelena, I'm sorry, I got to put you on the spot again. One thing she told me is that, you know what, I was like, Hector, I don't know anybody. But you know why she doesn't know anybody? Because she's changing. You know why she's changing? She's eliminating the negativity in her life. And she just gained 20 people in just one day. She gained 20 friends in one day. So if you want to look her up, she's going to open up her Facebook. Her name is Jelena. I don't know her last name. I didn't get it. Nelson. Jelena Nelson. I remember. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that what you lose, God will give you double. If you lose one, God will give you two. In your head, think about that. Oh, damn, this person I used to go out all the time with. What did you used to do? Party, drinking. Where was your life really going with that? Was it really on a positive? Were you really going to succeed doing that? Think about it. Now that you have more common sense, do you really think that you are going to succeed living the same life with that same person that still hasn't grown up, that still doesn't even know the value of change? But I promise you this, you stay consistent, that person will come back to your life and ask you the questions. Oh, so how'd you do it? Well, how do I get involved? Oh, and then you gotta accept it. Don't say, oh, now you want to come, huh? Now you want to come join me, right? Don't do that. That's not fair. You can't do that. You got to say, listen, I'm ready to take you in. Let's go. You know, I got the solution. I'll send you the information. Let's go. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense, what I just said? It's okay to lose people. Understand that you are going to lose them, but you're going to gain more. Beachbody is a community of positivity, of empowerment, of amazing and beautiful things. But you have to start accepting that change. Any more questions? That was a great question, by the way. Jelena, oh, yeah, girl. There you go.
Okay, did I unmute that?
Yep.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Hi, I'm Jelena.
Oh, she corrected. That's what she wanted to do. She wanted to correct. That's cool. Okay.
I wanted to share something, and then I also had a question too.
Sure.
A couple of nights ago, I was like really upset, and I was laying on that couch back there, bawling my eyes out, and I was mad at God. I said, I'm alone. I'm completely alone. I try so hard every single day to get somewhere, but I'm completely alone. Why are you doing this to me? I hate you. I hate you. I don't want to have a relationship with you, and I don't want to continue trying to have a relationship with you at all. And then all of a sudden I'm around all these positive people, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I was on my way home from work today apologizing. Like, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't know I had to wait. I didn't know I needed to sit on that couch and bawl my eyes out and wake up still positive the next day and not cursing everything around me because you had something better waiting. And my question is, where do I start? How did you start? I don't know how to do any of it, and I don't want to start.
With the faith or the business?
Both.
Well, the business, we could talk, you and I will talk, we're going to talk offline, but with faith, let's start there, because I believe that, number one, you have to accept him. And I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you share that, because God is an amazing man or woman, whatever you guys want to define him or whatever he is. But when you cry for him, he answers you. This is exactly what I said about my story. You called out, you hate him. And then I speak to you on probably the most powerfulest day of my life was today. When I delivered a message that was probably the most powerful message I've ever delivered in my life. You come to me on that day. So that is God telling you that you're not alone. He has your back. All you need to do now is have the faith and not the fear to follow your heart, follow your dreams, follow your passion, follow the love that you have for whatever it is. And if you fail, so what? Keep fighting, keep believing, keep rejoicing, but never question him. If something happens to you, it's because something better is coming. Something more amazing. Like you said, you were alone a couple of days ago, and now you're surrounded by 20 people. That all they want to do right now, they don't even know you, but I can tell you right now, if they can type right now, they'll tell you, we got your back. You want to talk, we talk. You're never alone, especially in the community that we have here. And this is not even the tip of the team. There's 8,000, 9,000 people that you will get to meet. She is going to Super Saturday too. You see what I mean? Like, that's that Super Saturday I told you about earlier, October 17th. You're going to make it your business to get there. And I promise you that your whole life is going to change. The meaning and the purpose of your life is going to be defined on that day. Because now you're going to see where you belong. You got something to say, or you were preaching already?
That's something that I want everybody. This message is for her, but this is mainly for everybody. Yeah. One thing that I have learned being a Beachbody coach is that God has taught me, because he comes first. I'm like, just like Hector, everything comes from him. Whatever it is that I have to do, he's the one to guide me there. And I was never that way. This happened ever since I became a Beachbody coach. Because I learned that listening to him was the thing that was taking me the right way. And what I'm going to tell you is, and I'm going to tell everybody here, that you must understand that God is your creator. No matter whether you like him or not, he's your creator. And he's only going to give you what you need, not what you want. Because a lot of times we think that what we want in the moment is the thing for us, but he's looking beyond that point. He knows that that thing that you want now may be the thing that's going to hurt you later, and he's trying to keep you from it. So maybe feeling lonely is something that you may need now to appreciate what's coming in your life. And then you will understand how important it is that the fact that you had to go through that in order to be, to be where you need to be. And believe me, everything is never a coincidence. All of this is meant to be. Is meant to be. Believe that. Believe that. And you can blame him as much, but he's going to love you regardless. You can say whatever the hell you want. He's going to love you unconditionally, because that's what happens with all of us. But believe me, I lost so many people. And right now, I'm in such a good place emotionally. And I thank him for that, because those were people that I thought that I needed. And no, he's showing me the people that I need now. And that is okay. You know, so it's like I said, we all think what we want, but basically it's always going to be the result is whatever he knows that you truly need, not what you truly want.
Amen.
That's my advice.
I mean, listen, that in a nutshell, that's pretty much what it is. All of you right now might feel alone sometimes. Listen, I'll share one of my fears. My fears growing up, and again, Jelena. God, I'm wrong. Forget it. Jay, I'm gonna call you Jay for now. I'm gonna be real, and I've told this to several people that one of my biggest fears was to be alone. That was one of my fears. I keep it real. Like I live alone right now, and sometimes it sucks. You know, it does. But you know what? I'm embracing my life now. Embrace your life. And I believe that, Andrea, you said that, you know what? Love yourself right now by yourself. Because if you live a life needing someone, you're going to always need someone. But when you can overcome, when you can overcome in your mind that you don't need anyone, and you told me this earlier, that you only need, like, I can do anything I want. I've done this. You've accomplished so many things by yourself. You need to acknowledge that. You need to acknowledge the fact that how much you've overcome by yourself. And I promise you guys, if you can do it by yourself, you don't need nobody else. Stop using it as an excuse that you need someone. A lot of you on this call might use that I need someone by my side in order to succeed. No, you don't. Because at the end of the day, you live with someone. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. Let me keep it on. How many of you live with someone and probably talk to them 30 minutes out of the day? Like, for real, come on, man. You get home, y'all be like, hey, yeah, food, drink, sleep, okay. That's it. Like, seriously, you probably talk like a half hour to an hour to that person. Some of you have the luxury to have more time with the person. Great. But come on, guys. You don't need nobody else. 8 hours of the day you're at work. Sometimes a little bit more. And if you got kids, you think you got, man, but papi, give me like 10 minutes. And a half hour later, you'll be like, papi, hold up. I'm ready. And then y'all don't talk. Y'all not going to talk. Y'all going into y'all going to get down and dirty. And then after you're done, you're tired, you want to take a shower, then you go to sleep. So you're not talking much but what I'm trying to say is that I was trying to make it funny just to like level it out there. But what I want you to do, no, it's not going anywhere. I'm stopping it right there. Exactly where it is, I'm stopping it. I need you guys to really focus on you. I hope you guys took a lot of notes. Shut up. I hope you guys took a lot of notes and really like embrace what just happened here. Because one of you on this call, maybe two of you, maybe three of you needed to hear this message. Needed to hear Elisa's message. Elisa brought some amazing tips to this call that I got to tell you, like, if you don't implement it, you're not going to succeed. You need to be able to, like, believe in yourself. You need to be able to say, you know what? I need to do my daily activities consistently to succeed. Stop blaming everyone else and start blaming yourself. Put God first place, and you're always going to be in first place. Never forget that. Always believe in yourself. And when you fail, remember that you're going to learn. I think we're good. Anybody